Praise the Most High Elohim, the ruler above everything. Send his son down to redeem. Plus he took one for the team. He tougher than every Marine. Sheol is hotter than steam. Not praising our Father in spirit and truth, and I really don't know what you mean.
In everything, I'll praise the Most High.
What we doing?
Keep the Torah and praise the Most High.
So the Abba.
He's been so good, so praise the Most High.
Oh yeah.
No matter what, I'll praise the Most High.
Get him, son.
Praise the Most High.
What's your name?
My name is Akari. I am a Hebrew and I am not sorry. I am a light, so I'm gonna shine.
Let it shine.
I think about him always, cause God on my mind. We learn on Shabbat, we call it Bible day.
Yeah.
When Daddy teaches, we listen right away. We pray every night as we hold hands. Then we go to bed, cause that is the plan. Praise the Most High. We don't eat bacon. Don't celebrate holidays, cause all that is pagan. We keep holy days.
Yeah.
Passover is great. We play games and have fun, so please don't be late.
Yeah.
In everything, I'll praise the Most High.
Praise him.
Keep the Torah and praise the Most High.
What we doing?
He's been so good, so praise the Most High.
So the Abba.
No matter what, I'll praise the Most High.
Josiah.
Praise the Most High,
Yeah.
grateful to the Lamb. My name is Josiah, but you could call me Cam. Them precepts, we learn them. The enemy, we burn them. We study hard, we pass the quiz. Them prizes, we earn them. Praise the Most High, sin cannot hide.
Okay.
Bridges ain't nothing if you wicked inside. We keep the law, we do the work. Love your neighbor, don't be a jerk. Be spirit-led, be set apart. The sound mind, don't go berserk. We grow in knowledge, we heed instructions. We want salvation, we don't want destruction. And good times are bad, Messiah's close by. So join in with me and praise the Most High.
Praise him.
In everything, I'll praise the Most High.
That's right.
Keep the Torah and praise the Most High.
Okay.
He's been so good, so praise the Most High.
Give him praise.
No matter what, I'll praise the Most High.
Baby girl.
Praise the Most High.
Yeah.
Every day I do it, my well running over. With holy fluid, got a Bible in my room, and I read it every day. When he said that he loved me, I already knew it. Praise the Most High. He blessed me with some clothes, blessed me with some shoes. Watch a Hebrew pose. I'm so grateful for his grace, and his mercy is the best. Don't deserve to be his daughter, that's why I'm never stressed. Praise the Most High. I'm learning every day.
Learning.
First we read in Torah class, then outside to play. My dinner, he made it. That doctor bill, he paid it. But don't get it twisted, he ain't none to play with. In everything, I'll praise the Most High.
That's right.
Keep the Torah and praise the Most High.
Okay.
He's been so good, so praise the Most High.
Give him praise.
No matter
Solemn.
what, I'll praise the Most High.
Still on the demon, they evil and rotting, I know that they watching, yeah. Don't be a heathen, the Most High gon' kill him for sinning and plotting, yeah. You Pharisees come with a scheme, teaching the law but don't know what it mean. Me and my Akis are fishes of men, so we throw them hooks out like we know Kareem. Spitting for God, we don't need a deal. Feeding the hungry, give them a meal. Helping the homeless, cause that's how we feel. We follow Messiah, cause that is what's real. You twisting the scriptures, you know that I hate it. Feel like Trey Songz, cause I gotta make it. He giving out blessings, you know I'ma take it. These precepts authentic, so no need to fake it. Train up a child, just look at they faces. Don't be so hateful, salvation all races. Keep the Shabbat and you know the feast days, cause the lunisolar is always the basis. I'ma serve him till I die. Guard the Torah like we S.I.N.I. With all my soul, yeah, you know I'm gonna try. So everybody, praise the Most High.
The Most High.
Go killer!
Go killer.
Man, you know what we on. I don't even gotta explain myself no more to these niggas.
Benny.
Big BSF, huh? shit really ugly though.
Yin and yang.
They gon' say the money changed me, but I'ma say the haters did it. I watched them suckers bend the rules, but what I do, forgave them niggas. Making movies, I played the villain, shaking, moving, making millions. Money calling, my line beeping. I had to tell them to wait a minute. Philippe steak from table scraps. I don't lie with making raps. Enough dough saved up that I can pay the label back. Overseas tour and I'm staying at a Paris Hilton. Then a few weeks later, a nigga ran in a Paris Hilton. I made cocaine, aroma smoke. We never got diplomas though. The president that making drugs legal, that's who I'm voting for. You know BSF the stamp, nigga. These killers uncontrollable. The hip hop police want my mug shot for these quotables. S-Class, the new one, the model. Pillows in the back and the rug so soft, can't wear your shoes when we riding. I'm used to beef, all they do is some hollows. Keep playing, we got hand grenades shaped like Don Julio bottles. It's Butch, nigga.
Balance, yes, yin and it's yang. Iron sharpening the iron while we doing our thing. Killing demons, ducking sirens in the blue color range. You said the secular and holy can't hit hard with a bang. Balance. Yes, yin and it's yang. Iron sharpening the iron while we doing our thing. Killing demons, ducking sirens in the blue color range. Benita Butcher, solemn prophet, got that yin and that yang. Some camps be on that weak shit, some pastors on that sweet shit. I'm banging for Messiah, some like Benny on the street shit. Then elevated life, my coalition on some G shit. Living under grace, keeping Torah and we teach it. They probably wonder why I got a feature from the butcher. Wanna show my bars on par like Tiger back before we took her. I'm hungry so I need a plate. Shooters like from Golden State. Repenting from my past life, Messiah's blood to clean my slate. Keep that Bible toted, I know B gon' have it with him. I'm spitting righteous heat, lyrical evangelism. I'm here to open eyes, anyone can be a witness. Discipleship with every line, guys, I don't need a litmus. Let my words plant a seed, even if we don't agree. Yeah, Benny a butcher, but I see a shepherd in his breed. Messiah ate with sinners and brought them to the light. Yin and yang is a balance, inspiration for what's right. Balance, yes, yin and it's yang. Iron sharpening the iron while we doing our thing. Killing demons, ducking sirens in the blue color range. You said the secular and holy can't hit hard with a bang. Balance, yes, yin and it's yang. Iron sharpening the iron while we doing our thing. Killing demons, ducking sirens in the blue color range. Benita Butcher, solemn prophet, got that yin and that yang. Yeah.
Solemn prophet, Penny the Butcher. It's like Dr. Jekyll with Mr. Hyde, man. Don't you forget, man, you always being watched. You could be an influence to anybody. Shalom.
Yeah. Still rocking.
I like that, man.
That joint. Right, what up?
I like that, man.
Shalom, shalom, everybody. Welcome to the R&B Hook podcast, which is an extension of Truth Be Told Pop Flex Podcast Extra. I am Yahu. You see your man, Shear, Yashub. What up, Shear?
What's going on, Akeen? What's going on? Oh, man, I'm blessed. And as you all hear me always say, man, I'm treated better than I deserve, Akeen.
Come on, man. As we all are treated better than we deserve. So, yeah, welcome, family. Man, we got a special treat for y'all tonight. Our beloved brother, man, Mr. Solemn Prophet, will be in the building. But first, before we go there, we are streaming on YouTube Live on our regular channel, and we're also streaming on Facebook Live. So hit the like, hit the share button, comment. Let's be active, but let's be in decency and in order, and let's be respectful in the chat. All right, we treat our guests. You know, he's in our house, he's our brother, he's our guest. So anytime we have a guest on the show, let's make sure we're respectful to everyone. Okay. Well,
all right.
With that being said,
to bring him in?
He's been a guest on the show. We don't need to make, any huge introduction. He's our brother, man. Everybody give a warm Truth Be Told Flex Podcast family. Welcome to our beloved brother, Mr. Solemn Prophet. Come on in, brother.
There he is.
There you go.
There he is.
Hey, peace, love, and life, family.
Peace, man.
Shalom,
Peace.
shalom to the family.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. I'm blessed.
I'm blessed.
What you said, man. You know, I'm getting more than I deserve.
Listen, I'm telling you, man. Well, man, we are excited to have you in the show. The reason he's on tonight, y'all, he's got a super. I made a post earlier. He's got a super duper exclusive that we're gonna drop it tonight. He's got a new single. I can't even. Let me slow down. I'm so excited. I can't even hardly talk. He has a new single that is basically featuring one of, I mean, arguably they say the greatest of all time. That's what they say.
That's debatable.
It's debatable.
It's debatable.
Right.
Yeah,
It is. It's debatable. So look, people watching like, who are they talking about? You know, look, we ain't say them names that they don't know who we talking about. And you see the ticker scrolling at the bottom. I just put featuring. I didn't put nobody. So they don't see. Y'all gotta you gotta stay tuned in.
Gotta stay locked.
You gotta stay locked in.
Gotta stay locked.
But before we get into the music and his new single and what has been going on, how busy he is, and the True Talk Radio and the financial things that he's got going on for the nation, I wanted to do something solemn coming into the new year, and we're just gonna jump right into this thing. Coming into the new year, right? I wanted to approach something that is, I wouldn't say taboo, but we don't talk about it a lot. Me and Shear talk about it, and I'm sure you and some of the brothers have had discussions, but I want to bring this to the forefront on this platform because I know there's a lot of men out there, our leaders. Let's not forgetting the women. Tonight we're talking about the men. A lot of our leaders, a lot of our protectors, a lot of our providers are suffering silently behind the scenes. And this past year, I really seen it. You know, we don't say nothing. We we pray about it. We lift brothers up who we may see. But I want to play a clip real quick, and then we're going to come back and get into this discussion. Is that cool with y'all? Everybody good?
Hey, let's do it.
Facebook audience, YouTube audience, we love y'all. Hang tight with us. We're going to get right into it. Let's get into this.
Depression doesn't have a look. I've seen people have everything in the world and go home and take their life. You said, well, he was such a nice guy. He had everything.
Yeah.
It's the internal warfare and battles that you can't see.
Wow.
Think about it. Life is one big masquerade party. Everybody's wearing a mask.
Right.
Everybody's masking something.
Yeah.
I was masking the fact that I didn't know who I was as a man. If I had a helmet on, I was cool. But without the helmet on, I can be around brothers like you and I can feel some type of way because I didn't really have an awareness or a sense of identity. Think about that. When you don't know who you are, you show up with the question and you show up with a blank piece of paper and you're waiting for somebody to write down who you are.
Heavy. Shouts to Anthony O'Neal on his YouTube channel. That young brother, I can't remember his name, but he's a former football player. And he said something profound. He was talking about the silent depression that our men deal with. But he was talking about what I want to throw to you is the identity part of it. Now that we've identified who we are, do you in the nation, as an artist, as a father, as a servant of the Most High, as a brother, do you see any hidden depression in the nation, in our leaders, in our men? Have you come across it? And if you have, what do we have to do to overcome that silent depression?
So it's easy to identify that silent depression from me personally, right? And the way I can know if that silent depression is present or it's been present in the past is that individual a brother? Is that individual a servant? Is he a father? Is he leading some kind of ministry? Is he trying to help uplift the brothers and sisters around him? Because all of that is a heavy load. It's a weight. And us as men, just naturally, we're fixers. We want to seek solutions. We want to help, remedy whatever the situation is. And we take so much in. I say it all the time, right? Oftentimes we get caught up as men where we're constantly pouring into others. Right? And nobody's there to pour into us. Right. There are not as many people. So what we're putting out is more than what we're getting back. And so we end up being depleted. And once we're depleted, it's like, well, I know I got, all of these bills and I'm emotional and maybe I got problems at home. Maybe me and my wife aren't vibing like we supposed to. Maybe my relationship with my kids is tainted a little bit. But yeah, you said you need help, brother. Let me come over and help you. Since you said you need help, let me come over and help you. Right, and we're just constantly overexerting ourselves, and that takes a toll. And like the brother said, he could have everything. A lot of these rich celebrities, they millions of dollars in the bank, so much fame and fortune and everything, and they still end up, taking their own lives. And that identity piece is you got to really search within yourself and search within the scriptures to see, right? Because the scriptures tells us who we are. But you have to find your individual purpose and what the Most High has for your life. And when you're living and operating in that purpose, it's like a constant stream of flow that's filling your cup that nobody else has to give you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Wow, that's powerful. And you said something profound. Purpose. I think a lot of times, and I'm gonna throw it to you, Shear, to get your thoughts on that. A lot of times, as leaders of the family, of the Shabbat, we teaching the wives teach the children. Like you said, we paying the bills and a 9-to-5 and artistry and just traveling for ministry. It's so much that we may not get poured into, and we silently hold it in. Do you think that's correct, Shear? As he was saying, do you think we need to do more talking when we get out?
Most definitely.
More healing. What do you think?
Most definitely. And I want to apologize to Solemn as well. Probably the last few minutes of what he said, I missed. I started having some issues. I had to get out and come back in. But what I heard, I agree wholeheartedly with it. Is men. I think a lot of us are educated wrongly as what a man is off the very top. And I think I may have done it a little bit with my middle child. My whole household says that he acts just like me, right? And when I tell you that this dude is hardcore, this cat is hardcore, right? You see me smiling, y'all see me laughing all the time. I got a sense of humor that is bigger than a room. But what he got from me was the seriousness. He didn't get the sense of humorness that I have, although he does have a great sense of humor. But, we are taught as men that we need to hold the whole world on our shoulders. This is where I'm going with this, right? We got to be the providers. We got to be, the priest of the household. We got to be the protectors. We got to be everything. So if everything is on our shoulders, who can we turn to unload it on? I heard one of the most profound things from an entertainer. He was on a podcast, and I really wish I remember what podcast and who the entertainer was, but I do remember what he said, and I would give him his props if I remember. He was talking about women who don't want to see their men cry. And he was like, I wouldn't want a woman who would feel that way. Why? Because when I'm out in the world, I got to show a certain side of me. I got to be that man. But if I can't come home and I cannot express to my wife, my rib, my emotional side or my soft side, then what am I supposed to do? You dig what I'm saying? And so we need to have an outlet. And to answer your question, Iyob, yes, conversations are. We got to start having these conversations, because if we don't start having these types of conversations, then we're going to continue to suffer in silence.
Right. And that's why I wanted to talk about that tonight. Before we get started with the music, is because everybody, me, yourself, Shear, Solemn, we serve to the Most High. We're fathers, we're husbands. At some point, we weren't married. So how do we make it as single men in this world before we came into the truth, or either in Christianity or whatever we were in up to now? All praises that I made, the Most High allowed me to see 46 years old. And it's like now, to land back off what you both said, it's like I work from home, right? I also got a studio at home. Me and my wife do pretty much everything together. You just said something profound, Shear. My wife being the emotional being in the unit, I'm able, when I get off work, she can hear me up, man. I'll be dealing with people on the phone at work, and she will come to my aid. It's almost like whenever we're out in the world working, we can come home and be able to vent to our rib, and she can take on it, and then she pray for me. We pray together. So again, we have to be able to talk about this more with our brethren, with our wives. A lot of single men out here. You got 3 guys on this panel right now that inbox or whatever. If you dealing with any type of strain, like we gotta be able to be open and be approachable. Right. I think a lot of times people see us as, you know, we got a lot on our plate and we be scared to ask. Right. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there first, man, and just get your thoughts, Solemn, because like I said, you another guy that's got a full plate, bro. And I was like, man, I would love to get his thoughts on how to and another question I want to ask. So how do we heal those that aren't ready to have this conversation? What do you say to some of the young guys that just got married or been married for a couple of years, or some of the single men out here that's gonna have to hear or have a tough pill to swallow or need to hear the truth? What would you say to them if they need to heal right now, bro?
I would say be willing to be uncomfortable. You gotta be willing to be uncomfortable in order to grow as an individual, right? Like, think about something. When something's growing, it's stretching. But in order to stretch, it has to be uncomfortable.
Come on,
right? So if you're willing to be uncomfortable, that's the first step to being able to receive whatever the Most High is, about to deliver to you, whether it's through the scriptures, through a mentor, through life experience, whatever the case may be. But if you are like trying to be stiff-necked and rooted in whatever situation you in, or whatever mindset you in, or whatever emotional state that you're in, and you're not willing to be uncomfortable in order to grow, then you're going to always find yourself in that situation where the maturity isn't guiding, your maturity level isn't guiding you towards doing what's right as a husband for your wife, or what's right as a father to your kids. And if you're in some type of authoritative position or leadership position, whatever's right for your followers, your congregation. You know what I'm saying? We have to be willing to be uncomfortable.
Wow. Man, that's profound. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'll be the first one to tell you that comfortability. I didn't want to be uncomfortable 5-10 years ago. I didn't want to. I was walking around with that peel, like I always say, the cartoon when Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, how they try to swallow something and they be sticking out the side of their head, and everybody else could see it but me. Everybody could see it. Everybody could see it. I was the only one that could see it. And like I say, it's a hard and tough pill to swallow. But we got to make sure, like you said, when the Most High is giving us more, when He's giving us things to do, more responsibility in the spirit, it's going to get uncomfortable. When He's enlarging our coast, it's going to get uncomfortable. Wow. Anybody want to expound on that, Shear? Anything else?
Yeah, I would. That healing process and what Solemn was talking about as well. With you got to be willing to be uncomfortable. That started with looking at yourself in the mirror.
That's it.
That's where it starts at. It is the Most High has allowed me to start looking at the entire world as in a spiritual realm. Right. We tend to forget, that there are entities around us at all times, good and bad. You have to ask yourself what would possess and I'm going to the extreme here to bring it back in. You would have to ask yourself, what would possess a grown man to find an interest in a child? Right. That's a demon. Right. You would have to ask yourself, what would possess people to call themselves another gender than what they are? Those are demons. So depression, what is depression? The Bible called it exactly what it is. It's demons. We now give them medical terms like schizophrenia and all of these other things, right? Whatever it is that you're dealing with, but they're actually demons, right? And so you have to start recognizing what the demon is. How can I bind the demon if I don't even know what the demon is? Right. I can only bind the demon by knowing what it is. And once I know what it is, then start learning, well, what triggers it? We all got triggers. Once you learn what trigger it, then you got to learn, okay, I don't want to go in that kitchen no more because there's a demon that's going to be waiting on me in that kitchen. But all of that still goes back to the original statement that you said, Iyob, which is conversation. Hey, look, we can sit up all day and hold this stuff in until you start getting that stuff out verbally and start talking about it with somebody that you trust. And that's another big thing in our community. We have very little trust, especially when it comes to each other. So we got to start making ourselves accessible and making ourselves trustworthy, that we as brothers can feel comfortable with going to each other and talking to them about the things that we are struggling with, so that we can get over these obstacles and start building towards the kingdom.
Come on. Big preach, preach. But
hey, I got demons myself. I'm not speaking just from out the side of my neck. I had to deal with myself.
Absolutely. And that's again, 4 years ago when or 7 years ago, 2017, when I met Malcolm. We met, became friends, and the more that I was being led by the Ruach that she was my wife, the more I tried to deny it. It was all me. And again, from 2017 to September 2018, we were great friends, got into ministry together. And she'll tell you, and I'll tell you, nothing, never sexual, never. Then we fell out. It was something petty. And I knew when I lost her as a friend and as a minister, I said, here it comes. The Most High about the word. He about to show me, and he did. And from that time to August of 2019, he dealt with me. And it was the most uncomfortable, almost 10, 11 months that I had. But he was like, bro, you need some clean team to do.
Right.
And it was stuff I didn't want to talk about to people. It was stuff I was holding in, addictions that I had to go through deliverance for. But at that time, I didn't want to be honest with myself. And I was talking to Ak the other day. He's like, Ak, what should I work on? What should I do? I was like, the first thing you got to do, Ak, is be honest to the Most High. But we got to be honest with ourselves.
That's right.
Those uncomfortable conversation with ourselves. We know what we're doing, right?
Bonded on earth.
Come on, man. So anything you want to add to that, Ak, before we move on to the next phase, the music phase?
Just to piggyback off of what Shear said, man, like with the trust, a lot of us as men, we've at some point in time put trust in our women, right? In the past, and have been burned when we allowed ourselves to be vulnerable. And so, when we share in those intimate moments with whoever we're with, whether it's your wife or maybe y'all courting, or let's be real, some of us still in the world, they got boyfriends, girlfriends, baby mamas, and baby daddies, right? But when you're sharing that intimacy, right, the past experience has allowed a lot of us to become callous to sharing that with the person who now we're with and are meant to be with. Right. So now we reluctant to have that pillow talk. We're reluctant to lay that burden down at the end of the day when the world is beating up on us all day, every day. We come home, we don't feel like we have a safe space to vent just because of past experience. So if that's you You have to focus on that past, get healing from that past, so that now you can be, because it's not her job.
Right.
It's not her job to tell you, well, you need to open up and let me in. Right. It's your job to let her in.
Come on.
Right. You're the head, you're the lead. She's following your lead. She's gonna be there to help you with whatever you need, but you have to allow her to be there. You know, so that's the only thing I wanted to add.
Wow, boy, Solemn be dropping gems when every time he come on the show, man. But again, it's again, young guys. If you know these younger guys, or even you could be in your 30s and 40s and just got married, like he just said. It's not her job to tell you to let her in.
That's right.
You've got to be in tune with the Most High, so you can allow yourself to be opened up. Like, all right, babe, we need to talk about something. I need to tell you what happened at work. Because we hold it in, and then when she really needs us, and we over here processing, you can't be there. And then y'all blow up, have an argument, and then look, boom. So yeah, man, that's an awesome discussion, and I wanted to start bringing this to the forefront because I want to also use this platform for that as well. You know, for me and the beard, we got to be able to have this type of conversation. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said. Shalom, Sister Delta Brew News in the building. Y'all made Mahalik. Shalom, Brother Yahu. Who else we got in? Banal Shalahaya. Jamil the Trunk Rattler. Shalom. Miss Cindy LJ. Shalom. Everybody from Truth Talk Radio with the Solemn Prophets people. Shalom. Shalom, everybody. D-Elect 12. Shaka Boom. My wife, that's my rib, y'all. Shalom. Welcome everybody. Multiverse Game, and welcome everybody. And so now we are here. What we came here for real. Like, I'm excited to talk about this, man, because so for everybody that don't know, the song or one of the biggest record that was on Wonderland, I'm Blessed. Me and Solemn Prophet about to be in the works of doing the remix.
Come on, man.
We gotta drop a bomb on that. What a bomb, man. We gotta drop a bomb
Hit the bomb.
There it is.
So y'all just keep us lifted in prayer as we can bring this fire. We're gonna bring the fire on that. I'm blessed. But we're here tonight to talk about we're gonna play the single here in a second. And I want you to go into and at this point you can go ahead and let them know who it is, however you want to do it. So how did this single is called Radical Bars, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Radical Bars. All right. So what's the concept behind it, and how did you come up with the feature for the rapper, the MC that's on this record?
So the concept behind behind this record and this upcoming project that I'm working on, it came from the song that you guys heard. Y'all played it on the intro, the Yin and Yang with Benny the Butcher, right? I was blessed to be able to get a feature and really give some exposure to truth music, as well as tap into the secular platform, the secular space, right? Because they're not listening to this type of music, right? They didn't get any exposure, right? And back in the day, I remember listening to CHH, that's Christian hip hop, a lot, and Lecrae got a lot of flack over the years, from the CHH community, right? Yes. And I kind of always understood where he was coming from. I never really took what he did from a negative perspective. I didn't necessarily agree with everything that he did or said, publicly, but I get the essence of what he was doing. Right. And when I got the opportunity to do the song with Benny, I saw a door open, and I'm like, this is a lane that nobody else is really tapping into. And a lot of people in the secular world, they're not seeking us out. They're not coming to our congregations. They're not coming to our YouTube channels and listening to our lessons and our presentations. They're not coming to our Facebook pages and Instagram pages. So how are we getting that word out to them, right? You have many different ways. You got brothers and sisters that's going out on the corners and they educating brothers and sisters. But the greatest reach is on the internet, right? And so I'm like, if they're not seeking us out, how do I seek them out? Because I've been making music for, we're in 2024 now, so I've been making music for 10 years.
Wow.
Right? And the amount of people that I've reached over these 10 years pales in comparison to the amount that I should have reached.
Right.
And so the concept behind this song is the same concept behind the original song, which is I'm going into their space. I'm going into their realm, and I'm luring them in by a familiar face, a familiar name, a familiar sound that they're used to. And as they come on in, they get hit with this righteous stick.
Come on.
Okay.
That's exactly what the concept was.
Right.
Wow. And I didn't. Okay. So Salagi, forgive me. I didn't realize. Okay. So wow, it's almost like this song and they both kind of radical. Like it's a radical concept. It's something that you don't conventionally see. Like you said, we could sit here and say, and we say it, truth music is rising. It's a genre that it's rising, but still, with the amount of years, like you said, that you and some others have been making truth music, or like how is the reach not greater? And again, I agree with you that we do have to start bridging that gap. You know what I'm saying? Because the secular world are indeed the lost sheep. Like
exactly.
We could preach to the choir all day, and yes, we make music for each other, the saints, to strengthen us, and we got the iron sharpens iron. Yes, absolutely, of course. We're not saying that's not what, but again, the lost sheep are out there in the world, and I didn't realize that the radical. I didn't realize that they go together. Wow, that's wow, that's pretty deep. That's pretty deep.
You know what I think would be dope? I think it'd be dope if, so you've already got one with Benny the Butcher, and you have another one with I got to stick around and see.
Y'all platform. You go ahead and make the announcement.
You gotta stay locked in to see. But I tell you, it's gonna be a whoa effect, right?
Yeah.
I think what would be dope, man, if you are able to continue with the collabs, on the other side of the bridge, and then you drop a whole LP. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be dope, man.
That's actually the project.
Look, see. Test and check. See, already on the way. See?
Wow.
But it's unprecedented. I don't think
it really
has done that, especially as far as a truth music rapper or MC. I haven't seen a full 8 songs. See, an EP, LP is an 8 song. Well, it go by the time. It's like an hour, 46 minutes to an hour, or 8 songs or more is considered an LP. Or EP is 7 songs or less. I haven't seen an LP 8 songs or more, or 46 minutes or greater, with each song with a rapper from
right.
I haven't seen it. If I'm somebody in the chat, maybe correct me if it's, I don't think it's been done.
So I do have a question though, Iyob. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I have a question for Solemn. With you being one of the first ones doing this, right? Is there a blueprint to how it is supposed to be done? Like, we talking about going over into their world, right? Is there a right or wrong way of doing it? And if so, how do you balance that?
For me, I'm being honest with you. I'm just being led by the Ruach, and I'm letting it guide me. But I do know that along this road, I can't lose who I am, right? I can't, compromise my character, can't compromise my integrity, and I need to constantly keep my focus on the intent and the essence of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, right? This is to bring in the lost sheep. This is to be a light to those, right, who don't know the Most High, or they've, fallen away from the Most High. So that's the goal. And as long as I keep my focus on that, I'm not really too concerned with appearances, right? I'm just being led because I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't led to do it. So that's really where I'm at. So the blueprint is being built as we speak.
Wow. So like as she was saying, so you really haven't, it's not planned out. You just kind of going along with it, it's taking it as it comes, and just kind of, it's just constructing it and letting it, like you said, being led by the Ruach as it comes. You just kind of sort of take it record by record, song by song, right?
Yep, record by record, song by song.
Wow. Well, you guys heard it, man. Let's get into it then.
You want to introduce it?
We 42 minutes in. Go ahead and introduce your new single that everybody, Truth Be Told Flesh Podcast family, you're hearing exclusively only on Truth Be Told Flesh Podcast Extra. Go ahead and introduce your new single out. We about to blaze it.
God, this right here is Radical Bars by Solemn Prophet featuring Lil Wayne.
Weezy, F Weezy in the building. Let's get it.
That's like a championship game, and you win it, and they ask you, how do you feel? Did you feel you was going? Yeah, I came in with my game plan. And I expected my game plan to work.
They came for you, Weezy, but they about to get this righteous work. Let's go. Them things still knowing what they going for. I'm heavy in a couple cities, don't tell her informers. Chevy 16 inches, 10 switches, drop top, old school, hold tensions. Fold them riches, get both for them digits. No near nigga compared to young. Nuts hung low, hold, prepare your tongue. Yeah, the game been hurt, and I'm the medicine ahead of them. I aimed and squirt at the rest of them. Motherfucker, I'm the boy on fire like corduroy. Rubbing together, I get money forever. I got 2 clips taped together, that's 100 whenever. Loving the cheddar, call me mozzarella. It's no sweat, I can hustle when I hide this weather. I'm Weezy 50, lots of terror. PS, a few shots. Whoever, yeah, profit. No heresy, I be reppin' for the most high. Into the heathen at your neck like a bow tie. Ain't taking L's, got a missing alphabet. Execute a demon, now where the Baphomet? Riding holy Chevy, got a few ox in it. Got our Bible, so we hit a few blocks in it. Waking up the lost, cause Messiah paid the cost. And since they throwing stones, you know we keep a few rocks in it. Had to kill the ghost, lyrically is do or die. Then I killed the goat in me, that's a suicide. Doctrines of the Christians and Israelites unreliable. Hate me for the truth, but my bars is undeniable. You know I serve a mighty Elohim, higher than a seraphim, arcing like a cherubim. Malakim, righteousness, my self-esteem. Ruach be like dopamine, so you know I gotta give esteem to the mighty Nazarene. Blessings all around me, so you know I'm grateful. Keep a feast day, so your boy play full. Bar none covenant, split, then I pass through. Every bar go nuts, something like a cashew. I'm a true servant, Yasha my witness. Working out in the spirit about that radical fitness. This ministry business, bars leave them breathless. Like Weezy F, and the F is for forgiveness. Huh.
That I just made sure that he ain't body me. That boy is a monster.
Yes, sir. That boy's a monster.
Man. Yeah, man. Woo. Wow. What propelled you to those bars you said? The Baphomet bar, the goat in me, like what headspace were you in when you wrote this verse, bro? What was you thinking about?
First and foremost, you getting on the track. Whether you listen to secular music or not, you getting on the track with a legend.
Right.
And like y'all say, arguably he the GOAT. Some people say he the GOAT, other people got other people, whatever the case may be, but the boy's a monster. So
he's in the conversation.
Artistic, competitive nature as an MC, I had to just spit some nasty bars to at least be on par. You know what I mean? Right. Y'all make the judge whether you thought his verse was better, my verse was better, whatever the case may be. But you feel what I'm saying? That was first. Secondly, it was how to approach, and that's how I'm doing with each song. How to approach my verse to basically take that same type of energy that they're exhibiting, flip it, and make it righteous, and be, you know, something that still captivating to listen to. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then each individual line, the different punchlines and the different bars, it's just, you know, I'm having fun and I'm letting the Ruach, you know, saying leave me with whatever needs to be said. That Baphomet bar, you know, Baphomet, you know what I'm saying, Satan, the devil, and all of that. Yeah, you know, I'm on a hunt So I'm executing them demons. Now what a Baphomet, like I'm looking for them so I can kill them.
Right.
Boy, listen, that's gotta be it. We gotta drop a bomb on that right there. What a bomb at, man.
Hey, let me get over there to that side for you when you say it, man. I can help you out. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Where is the bomb? There you go.
There it goes. There it is. I can even play.
Yeah, there it is.
So, oh man, yeah. I'll give the single scale from 1 to 10. I'll give you 10.
Yeah, most definitely.
For you both. I mean, like you said, you know how Weezy, you know what he gonna do. So right. For you to be able, and I'm again now I see the yin and the yang, the concept. Mm-hmm. I see you seeing you. So basically, as a righteous MC, you're saying like, look, y'all do what you do. I'm gonna bring you in, and then I'm gonna show you how we. Come on, man. I'm gonna show you how we do it. Exactly. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off real quick. Going back to what you said earlier about even Lecrae.
Yeah.
A lot of and even we talk about Monologue, my God. Back in 2009, 10, 11, Gideon's Army, Lecrae, Bizzle, a lot of the industry was like Christian rap. Like, man, nobody want to hear that. But then as cats started they was like, yo, dude got balls. Okay. And it started taking notice. So you say with it being 2024, about 10 to 12 years now, it's time to start doing what you're doing. It's time, bro. It's time. Like, it's like, what else are we waiting for? So I just wanted to put that out there and just give you props, bro, of even attempting, because a lot of cats ain't gonna attempt because they know, man, I ain't gonna be able to write nothing that's
bar for bar, right?
Bar for bar, like
bar for bar, yeah. It's kind of like sparring. I mean, and you even said something like that in the Benny the Butcher, one of your boy. I can't remember exactly what you said, but I know that you threw that in there, and I give you props for even thinking like that, because I say it all the time. Iyob hear me say it. Delta has heard me say it, several times, that if you ain't got the confidence in your skills, you know what I'm saying, to be able to do something like that, well, maybe you need to go back into the lab. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody can say that they the GOAT. Everybody can say that they you know what I'm saying? But bro, you actually putting your penmanship to the test. You putting your penmanship to the test, and you're not afraid. You walking into, that's like, walking into the ring in a mid late 80s and early 90s with Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
It's equivalent to that. You dig what I'm saying? It's like going into the finals with the Bulls in the 90s. That's what it's like. So yeah, I get it. But I do have a question, because, and we talked about, you doing something so different in the nation, collaborating with secular artists. And as far as I know, as far as we done said, you the only truth artist that's doing such. So I gotta ask this question: what makes collaborating with secular artists beneficial for the nation and for music and for our music? You know what I'm saying? If so, how is that, Solemn?
Con. First, I'm gonna get to. I want to answer your question, but you mentioned earlier, in that Benny the Butcher song, what I said they probably wonder why I got a feature from the Butcher. I said I want to show my bars on par like Tiger.
That's back before Sugar.
So that situation with Tiger Woods. Right, on par, because that's a golf term.
Right.
It was talking about my bars, like if I can get on the secular, so because like you said earlier, the perception of righteous music, whether it be Christian hip hop or truth music, right, is that we're not as talented as the mainstream artists, and that's the furthest thing from the truth. So if you see me on a song with a secular artist who could be your favorite rapper, and I'm as good, if not better, bar for bar, then that argument is dead. You know what I'm saying? And so, like you mentioned, like going into the bout, that's why the song starts off with the audio from Lil Wayne saying it's like a championship bout. You go in with your game plan. Same thing. You know what I mean? But to answer your question, it's like I said earlier. First off, shout out to Courtney Bell. I just heard a track with him and Royce the 5'9" actually yesterday.
Yeah.
So, but his music is a little bit more so in that realm anyway, but I've heard him speak, spit about the Most High, and I got a couple of his songs on my playlist too, but definitely. So I'm not standing on the island alone, but, doing what I'm doing and continuing to do, I haven't seen a lot of other people do this. But like I said earlier, to answer your question, it's beneficial to the kingdom and to the nation because, it's allowing our reach to spread. Like I said earlier, they're not coming to us. They're not checking for us, right? And it's only so many people you're going to pass by in the street, right? And then let's be real, like if it's a numbers game and you're standing on the corner, how many people do you come into contact with, right? In that couple hour time frame that they're out there.
That's right.
The people that you walk past are actually even listening to you. And then the people who listen to you, how many agree with you or is willing to keep an open mind?
Right.
So I'm not saying that there's not a place for that, but I'm saying, this is another way, another avenue for us to reach the lost sheep, for us to be able to reach out and be a light to people, to wake those people up to the truth that the Most High has from a music perspective. All right. So that's definitely one of the ways that we benefit as a kingdom. And then it also gets our name on the map, right? Yeah. If I'm constantly doing songs with these big name artists and their platforms are hearing me, now they're listening to my music. Well, you know how it works. If you listen to my music, that's right. It's going to link you up to the Courtney Bells. It's going to link you up to the Monologue McGads. It's going to link you up to the Rock Ibars and all the other truth music. You know what I'm saying? The truth artists and everything like that. And then, or maybe on the R&B side of right. They're gonna put it in the rotation. So it's multifaceted, a way to expand our reach.
Oh mine. Beautiful answer.
Yeah, great answer. Because I was, I'm glad he asked that because I wanted to know because again we talked about it before we came on, and some of our folks it's sometimes we don't make things palatable for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Not as artists. I'm talking about as people. Whenever an artist presents something, we got these big scanners on and scanning for everything, ready to pick out something that's wrong with it, instead of listening. And then just like a verse in the word, you got to read it, and then you read it again, and then you read it again. Mm-hmm. You go back, you read it again. So why does sometimes a lot of us, we just listen to a song halfway through, we turn it off, oh, I don't like it. Oh, no, it should have been better. So again, family, we gotta be able. How is the reach? How are we going to reach if we get out of that? I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, that churchy religiousness stuff.
Pulling it down.
Yeah, like we all ain't nobody perfect, and we on the strive to be on the way there. We trying to get there, but at the same time, if inside the nation, we think there's people that think they're perfect. What do you think they see?
Right.
And they're the ones we're trying to reach.
Right.
Like he said, and that's again, for some reason they're not flocking to us. Yes, we are the light, and the world is going to get darker, and they will. But we got to understand we were on that side too, and enticing. We seen things with our literal eyes, not our spiritual eyes. So now that's them. So I want to commend you, bro, for being able to understand the purpose and your mission to bridge that gap, because it's a tough job, man. It's not easy. It's not
God,
easy, bro.
If I was to change my stage name, it would be Paul.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Wow.
Yeah, I can dig it.
I can do that, man. So yeah. Wow, awesome. I guess at this point we could we do have a I don't know if I could call it mechanism. We do have a new mechanism now where we can open the phone lines up. Maybe anybody in the audience, if you got any questions, you can throw your questions in the chat. But while we're doing that, let's talk about Truth Talk Radio. And me and you also had a conversation the other day about the the financial literacy side. Briefly get into that because I know that's a lot of what you do as well. Tell the people and remind the people. I know we talked about it last time you was on, but remind the people on some of the things, some of the financial things that you have to offer to the nation.
So when I'm not Solemn Prophet making this music, right? My name is Akeen Johnson, and I'm a licensed financial strategist. And so what I do is I work for a financial firm. We're a full-fledged, fully independent, non-captive financial firm. So we help our clients with everything, right? Whether it's debt management, increasing their cash flow, proper protection, estate planning, building wealth for retirement, helping with, restoring or rebuilding credit, the whole nine, right? And so since working for this financial firm, I've come into so much information that I didn't know before. A lot of us hasn't known before. A lot of people who look like us, right? We wasn't raised with this type of financial literacy and this information that others are, right? And so we find ourselves in this constant cycle of poverty, right? And we are also, we're cursed with a poverty mindset. A lot of us, not everybody, but a lot of us, right? Where even if we have, discretionary income to be able to put towards investing and letting that money work for us while you sleep, you make money. We hold on to it because we just so fearful of losing it. But then we go and spend it on things that don't matter and don't appreciate and value anyway, right? So the first part about it, for me, is that financial education. I like to educate my clients and let them know, like, hey, whatever you want to do with your life, wherever you want to be financially, you can be there. You just got to be able to take the steps to get there. And I can make recommendations to you and for you to help you get there, whatever it is that you want to accomplish, right? And then secondly, the implementation process of actually implementing various financial strategies to allow you to be able to have those, hundreds of $1,000s in the bank, or if you want to, set something up for your children, by the time they're old enough to retire, they'll be millionaires, different things like that. And it's so attainable. It's just, we weren't taught it, right? In school, you went to school, they taught you basic math, maybe budgeting, maybe if you went to a specific class, but most of the time they haven't. They tell you, go to school, get a good education, get out, go to college, try to get a degree so you can get the best paying job, save a little bit of money and die. And then we wonder why 1% of the entire wealth in the United States is shared by 99% of the population.
Wow.
Right.
While 99% of the wealth in the United States is shared by the 1%, right? So I'm trying to narrow that wage disparity.
Wow. And Shear, that's awesome. Shear, we have that conversation from time to time. Shear does a lot of research into everything what you were just talking about, because again, like you said, we were not taught that. We had, middle school, high school. Now I went to college and came out and worked in finance, but I'm not in that field anymore. I haven't been in that field since 2015. So again, I need to be reintroduced to that side and start getting back, because hey, y'all forbid something happen. I get so as a so-called black male or so-called African American or Israelite male, it pains me to see so many GoFundMe's go up, bro.
Right.
Whenever we lose someone in our families,
man. Right.
And I know we got to do what we got to do. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying it pains me to see it, because everything you just said is when that's not done. Of course, somebody get hurt and out of work for a long period of time and don't have FMLA with their job. Guess what? Them bills don't stop. And you got to be able to be set up for success. And like you said, we just were not taught that. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Anything Shear you want to add to that, brother?
Nah, man, he's absolutely right. I didn't go to school, of course. Everything that I'm learning now, I'm learning, you know what I'm saying, as an old man. Me and Solemn talked about that as well one time. We talked about his business. I wish that the most I would have known what I know now about finances when I was younger, right? But everything happens in the right time. So fine, I was talking not long ago. The problem is not knowing. The problem is not considering. That's that Hosea 4:6. And you know, we as a nation, and I'm not even talking about us who know that we're Israelites. I'm talking about us as a whole, as a nation. The Deuteronomy 28, those, the Leviticus 26, us as so-called Negroes. We love being ignorant. I'm just gonna go on and call it what it is. We don't want to hear financial strategies. You know,
Right.
What we want to do is it scares them. What we want to do is go work for the man, make enough money so I can go buy some Louis Vuitton, some Gucci. You see how old I am? I'm calling out old stuff. I don't even know what people want nowadays, right? But we want to look like we got money when we ain't got money. You know what I'm saying? To spend instead of learn. Look, I know millionaires. When I tell you I know them. They don't look like millionaires.
Yep, you don't.
I know a millionaire driver old Ford truck look like Hank on King of the Hill. Yep, millionaire.
T-shirt, jeans.
You wear the same pair of jeans and the T-shirt every time I see him.
Sneakers from Walmart.
You understand what I'm saying? You know,
that's facts. That's facts.
But why is it so? We're gonna get to these questions, but it's got to be the curse that you were talking about before. And I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good, brother.
Why do we won't name? We get a little bit of money and we just name brand it out? Like, what is it, man? I mean, we just Balenciaga and Nike, and we can see. If you don't know what Nike, as far as the sweatshops and Crossies or Balenciaga, what they're all about, if you don't know by now with social media the last 10 years, then I'm sorry. But it's like we'll protest for a little bit and then we go right back. And again, it's like we hear financial strategy. We say, oh, I want that. We get our paycheck and we just,
yeah.
So what is it, the curse? I mean, I know it's the curse, but what? Like, man, how do we quench that hunger, man? What do we do? Solemn,
I think it's unlocking something. It's something that's there and it's right in our face, but we got blinders on, right? Not from a bragging perspective, and I'm not you saying this to brag, but since working in finance and this, working for the company that I work for, I've been blessed to be able to sit in the same room with millionaires and multi-millionaires, and been blessed to even have a conversation with a billionaire, right? And what I see similar to all of those different individuals is they're not worried about the same things that we were, right? Like you mentioned, we got the Gucci, the Balenciagas, and all of that. I'll tell you, the billionaire, he had on a $20 jacket from Walmart, a T-shirt from Walmart, a baseball cap from Walmart, right? Some sweatpants and some unnamed brand, well, not name brand, maybe New Balance, but you know how black people
right.
Yeah, the New Balances on.
Right. His name is not name brand to us.
right. New Balances are comfortable though. I ain't gonna lie. But,
yeah, they are.
But then we look at that and we see like, oh man, that's lame or whatever. And I wanna wear name brand. Do you know the amount of money that they make off of you with Jordan and Nike and all of that? How much money they spend to actually produce that product and then turn around and sell it to you for? Pennies.
Wow.
It probably takes 75 cents in material to make a pair of Jordans, and when you add labor in there, it's probably about $5 to make it. And they sell it to you for $200+ on easily.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So when you understand that mindset, and also the fact that we're all segregated. I'm over here, you over there, they over there. We're not saying, hey, let's come together. Let's put our resources together and go for a goal and attain it. Think about it. You got, no offense, but the Hispanic community, the Arab community, the Chinese community, the Jewish community, all of them, they sit together. Right?
We the only people. We the only people that don't.
We the only ones that don't.
We the only people that don't. I mean, you could go to any major city. Yeah, I was going to say that we are taught to be consumers, though, from the womb. Right. You got creditors and debtors in this world. That's it. When you learn the difference between those two, and you see that you are a debtor and not a creditor, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to start making time. But we comfortable with being debtors, though. We comfortable with being consumers. We okay with that, exactly.
Wow. That's wow. We could talk about that, man. See again, I got a financial background in school, and me and should be chopping it up. So yeah, we behind the scenes we'll be chopping it up more with you, man. On that note, we do have a couple questions in the chat. I want to say, looks like Solemn did offer. He answered back one, but looks like y'all may. She said, Solemn Prophet, how's the coalition program going? And I remember, I think we talked about that last time. Go ahead, brother.
It's great. We voted in a new member.
Oh, wow.
And got 2 new members actually on the first. We're on the third now, yeah. On the first.
Wow.
Making more moves, making more decisions, building our network. It's going really well. Really, really well. If you're interested in learning more about us, you can email us at unityandsurvivalcoalition@gmail.com. Or you can go to my website, lemofficial.com, and it'll have a tab in there to allow you to be able to have access to the information for the coalition. Because my website is a one-stop shop for everything: finance, music, scripture, everything.
Wow. Right. Wow. Go ahead. Was there a question? You said there was a question and he asked. What was the question anyway? Yeah. I'm sure some other people want to know what it is, and go ahead and let them answer it. Yeah.
Solemn Prophet, Shalom Akeen, Mahalak Yahu says, is there anyone you would like to work with on your next project? Is there currently anything in the works? Now, you answered back, but you can go ahead and answer again, and I'll put your answer from True Talk Radio on the screen. But you can go ahead and answer her back.
Yeah, I was really excited to do a song with Lil Wayne, because coming up, he was one of my favorite rappers. But I'm excited for the next 2 songs that'll be released before the project gets released, and one of which is with Bryce Tiller, and the other one is with Dave East. So those 2 tracks I'm gonna release as singles before the project gets dropped. But every track on that album, except for the intro, is gonna be a feature with a big name artist. So those definitely. Now, if you're asking me my wish list, I would love to do a song with J. Cole.
Yeah.
So, Carolina boy. Yeah.
So is Truth Be Told gonna be blessed? But
are we gonna be blessed again? I mean,
shoot. Look, I love y'all brothers so much, man. The joint with Bryson Tiller already done. So you just let me know when y'all want it.
Hey, man, say less. Say less.
Y'all, everybody in the chat, put one in the chat if you want to hear it.
Let's go, then. Put a one. Look, let me go put my one in the chat.
Man.
Look at that 1.
Right.
Let's go.
Look, I got ones out. Oh man, that's gonna be dope. So go ahead, Doc. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wasn't finna say nothing.
Oh, so look, there's ones.
Yep. We're gonna have to do it again next Sunday. We'll be back here.
We'll be back. Same Ruach time, same Ruach channel. Bryson Tiller is another heavy hitter with the secular side and the R&B. And if you Dave East, listen, bruh.
I don't even know who they are. That's how far removed I am. Hey, but I'm gonna know before the night is over with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna know before the night is over with.
Hey, you know what's sad? I didn't either.
Look at y'all, man.
You're gonna have to explain that, Solemn. How did that happen?
Because I don't really listen to secular music that often, right? And so when I get these opportunities and I hear about these different names, I gotta go to people I know listen to it, like, hey yo, who Dave East?
Right.
Right.
And I'm like, right. I heard that Bryson Tiller song, and I'm like, no. And then they'll play it, and I'm like, oh, I think I did hear this before. I didn't know who that person was. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I'll go and check out some of their music just to kind of hear it and be like, oh, okay.
Right.
Got it. You know, but still not really understanding the magnitude. I could literally walk past some of these people in the room and not even know who they were.
Yeah, that'll be me as well. Well, I'm sure that they have entourages, so I'll be that cat. Like that must be somebody famous, right? Because I'm sure they never gonna float by themselves. I do have a question though, concerning the music, with Benny the Butcher and with Wayne. Listening to that collab with Benny, Yin and Yang. One of his bars was, "I make cocaine in a room of smoke. We never got diplomas though. The president that makes drugs legals, that's who I'm voting for." Did I say that right? Okay, then cool. I listened to it a few times to make sure I didn't mess that up. Okay. Now that's typical Benny Butcher. I went to go listen to some of his music because I wanted to feel him, right? I wanted to know who he was, right? That's typical Benny Butcher. That's the things that he talk about, and the same it is with Wayne in Radical Bars. So a two-part question. Were they aware that they was making music with a truth artist? And when they sent you back their feature, were you like, whoa, on some of the bars? Did you have the liberty to like send it back to be like, hey, could you clean this up a little bit or take it back? Or as an artist, did you just respect their work from one artist to another and you let it roll with what it is that they brought to you?
Con. So they didn't know it was going to be working with a truth artist, right? And I knew exactly what I was getting into, right? I expected them to be who they were, and I honestly didn't want them to have to change anything about them because that's who they are as artists is why they're so popular. Who they are as artists is why the people go and listen to them. That's what I want. That's what I want. Right. Like I said, I want to draw them in so I can hit them with this righteous stick, right? Right. So I wouldn't have made any changes. Even if I, even if I had the authority and the power to be like, yo, I like the bars, clean it up a little bit, right? Right. Now, I will say there has been some artists that I've worked with that, out of respect for me and, the message that I send out, they've kind of tailored their approach to lessen the blow a little bit in terms of the vulgarness. Because they were working with me, right? On the last album of Goat Killer, there's another secular artist I work with by the name of Sinatra. It's a true professional. This brother, he got bars, crazy bars. But when you listen to his verse on the song with me, and you listen to his verse on songs that because he's worked with artists like the likes of Shauna and Twista and a couple other brothers and sisters, and he's pretty big in Chicago, right? Yep. But then when he worked with me, and I didn't have to ask him. I didn't say, hey, bro, could you? He heard my music and he wrote his verse accordingly, right?
That's awesome.
Right?
That's awesome.
Time that he would have cursed, he just said F. He didn't even go with the whole word. Wow. You see what I'm saying? When I heard his verse back and played back, and I was like, wow, bro, respect.
Right. Wow. And see, again, great question, Shear, and awesome answer, brother. The realness, that's being the light. Some are gonna be like, let me dial it back, and then some are gonna be like, nah, dude might come with the real. Let me go ahead, what I'm saying? Right. And I'm sure when they hear the playback, they would, respect, cause they like, especially with Wayne on this feature.
That was my question.
I know. Yeah. Like,
what was the response on the playback that you got back from Benny and from Wayne when?
So them brothers is busy. I ain't heard nothing back.
You hear nothing back. You kept it real. There you go. He could have said anything.
He said it was fun. No.
Right.
But, as an artist, you kind of know, right? You ain't going to know exactly how they're going to respond, but you know what kind of quality of product you put out there. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard these brothers speak on different other songs and other people's verses, and I'm comparing my verse to that verse. I'll be okay.
Gotcha.
Right. Gotcha.
Okay.
Man, wow. Well, I mean,
hey,
we've had as always, a great time having our brother on.
There was another question. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
There was another question.
Yeah, let's get it.
I didn't want to leave it out there. Yeah, so when did you get into music and rapping? Was music something you picked up coming into the truth? What inspired you to get into it? So I started rapping probably like, I want to say like 2012, but I've been a poet my whole life. I got published the first time I got published as a poet was in 8th grade. Then I got published again when I was 14. Wow. So I've been writing poetry. Writing has always come easy to me, right? But then I started rapping because a friend of mine was really heavy into rapping, and they would do ciphers in the basement, and I would just come down there and listen to the brothers do their thing, and then eventually he tried to like get me in, like, come on, right? So I've been rapping since about 2012, taking it seriously since about 2014, but I was a secular artist. It was all gangster rap, hood, all that. What you hearing, the Lil Wayne and all of that, I was right there. And when I gave my life to the Messiah, I said, well, I gotta change. Just like I'm changing as a man, my music needs to change. It needs to be moving at the same rate, right? I can't be I'm holy and righteous, and my music's still crazy. So I became this back to Christianity. I became a Christian hip hop artist, and I dropped an album that was all gospel rap. And then at the end of that album, I was still in the military, and I had got an assignment to go overseas in Turkey for a year. And that's when I came into the truth when I was out there. So once I came into the truth out there, it literally was an easy transition from gospel rap into truth music. Wow. So that's kind of how my journey began.
Wow. Question before we go. Are you still currently in the military?
No, sir. I am a proud veteran of the United States.
Wow.
Mr. Johnson.
Wow.
No more sergeant. Look, you good. I separated last January.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. How many years did you put in?
So if I'd have stayed in until March of last year, it would have been 13 years, but it was about 12 and some change.
All right. I'm checking my email right now. It says a no subject, but there is nothing attached to it.
No,
it's nothing in there. Yeah. I got a question though while you working on that. If Iyob don't mind. We got Christian rap, then we got truth music. This was a conversation that me and Delta had not long ago, and me and Iyob talk about this as well. We got genres of music, right? Funk, pop, rock, hip hop, techno, which I don't know why anybody listen to techno. You got to be on something altering to listen to techno, but it's a genre, right? Would you consider Christian rap and truth music in the same genre?
No, it bothers me a little bit because every time you got to release something, and Iyob can attest to this, and they ask you what genre, and it's all you got hip hop. You got hip hop, and you got Christian / gospel.
Yep.
I'm like, bro, I really can't wait until I almost want to pick other, but then who knows where my music's gonna end up if I pick other. So,
exactly.
So I always do either hip hop first and then Christian gospel second, or Christian gospel first and then hip hop second. Right. But yeah, I believe they should be in their own separate lane, and I think that's going to be really the beginning of, our music and our message really getting further out to the masses. Once we get a genre created, because they're already kind of doing it with like the Spotify playlist, depending on the artist they're kind of lumping us in, so you can really get more and more when you listen to the playlist. But if they do it as a genre,
right,
is the limit.
Right. They took, at one time, a little music history. I'm sure Iyob know that they didn't even recognize funk as a genre, and funk is actually one of my favorite genres of all. I can listen to funk all day, every day. I love me some funk, right? And I like it so much that my kids grew up on it. My daughter was probably in the 3rd or 4th grade. I don't know. Yeah, I've been asleep since then. But I remember her teacher telling her that funk was not a genre, and my daughter lost it in class. She's like, how you gonna say funk is not a genre? And she just going through different artists. The reason why Lionel Richie left the Commodores is because they could not be recognized as a funk group. Exactly. So he had to go solo and go pop, right? And I said all of that to say, man, how difficult is the industry going to make it for us to create our own genre? And what will it cost us as a nation to have our own genre?
Good question.
Ooh, it's a great question. The best way I can answer that is, you know how a lot of us get lumped into the same category with, like, for example, when you're talking to somebody, you're trying to bring them to the truth, and you say, you know, when I say the Bible, what's the first thing that comes to mind, right? And most of them respond Christianity,
right?
But then I go, well, did you know that the Bible isn't a Christian book?
Come on,
it's a Hebrew book, right? So to be able to make that differentiation at that hard, how difficult that is, I think it's going to be the equivalent of that with the music industry. But once they can separate that, because they can say, you know, these are the Christians and the Jewish people are separate, and they can identify.
Right.
Come on.
So if they can make that, determination, and they can make the determination in the music industry. Okay, this is Christian hip hop. This is Christian gospel, but this is truth music, and this is the R&B worship side of truth music too, with these beautiful voices and talented brothers and sisters. Right,
man,
so
y'all gonna make them Christian rappers mad though, boy. Them jokers gonna have to work. Like, man, where these Negroes come from? The rock out bar,
right?
Solemn prophet, monologue. Say, you gonna make them niggas have to work over there.
But just the three, like, say for instance, you know, I mean, we can go the rock out bar, Jamil the Trunk Rattler, Solemn Prophet, Monologue My God. Roadway the Chef, just Travis Snipes, just in the 5 or 6 I named, right? Just them 6 I named.
Say,
if Lecrae hear a Lil Wayne and Solemn Prophet track, and Lecrae and Bizzle hear a Solemn Prophet and Yin and Yang with Benny the Butcher, bruh, they got to go back and retool.
Say,
I gotta rewrite this verse.
They might put Jesus down. They might say
they gonna come up off that. I'm telling you, but I'm just
Jesus, we getting burnt over here.
Listen, with every rapper I just named, and our brother tonight, with his last project, bro, I'm telling you right now, Fast Lane, in my Fast Lane,
man, that's my joint. Matter of fact, I'm finna put it in here. We gonna have to run it for the night over with.
We got to run that as an outro, bro. That's my joint.
That's my joint.
That's my joint, man. And again, what I believe it's raising the bar. Artists like yourself, you're raising the bar. And when we are, truth music is a genre, and in truth music, you got hip hop, you got the R&B worship, you got the R&B rhythm and blessing soul. Cats are just gonna have to step it up, which is a good thing. Like you said, it's gonna be a difference in it. It's gonna be a difference, and you know, I commend you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. You're truly making. You're paving the way, and you inspired me, because I was like, man, I would love to hear Iyob and maybe, I don't know, Tyrese or one of these guys. Well, maybe not Tyrese, but you know what I'm saying. Any of these guys out here, but you know, you never think about it. But then when I come across, you know, with you and Lil Wayne, the latest, I'm like, wow, this can be done. We can make a difference. We can make an impact like that. Like, we can influence like that. We can be the light like that. It could happen, and it's happening. So I want to commend you. I think Shear, you I don't know what I think he getting that. But yeah, that Fast Lane, bro, that whole GOAT project, dude.
All praises.
I gotta find. Hold on, I'm looking for it, man.
Because I know we had it. We just played it the other.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. So anything else you want to say, brother? We're gonna wrap this up. It's been great. The men discussion we had, topping it off. The very reason why we're here tonight. The single Radical Bars with our brother Solemn Prophet and featuring Lil Wayne was just fire. It's going to go into the rotation and playlist. What you got? Bryson Tiller coming up. You got Davies coming up. You got a whole project coming up. You got the remix with Iyob and I'm Blessed coming up.
Indeed,
bruh, you about to be busy. You working.
Look, hey, if you ain't doing nothing, you stagnant.
There you go. Come on, come on.
But yeah, man, definitely got to give all praise to the Most High. I appreciate you, brothers, for having me on the podcast. And bless my soul. Yes,
that's another one. That's another one that just
that was a good one.
Yeah.
I enjoyed making that one. That one was fun because the sister was actually out there in Guam with me, and we got into the studio together, and that chemistry and working together. I actually did a song with her husband too, as well, on that same album called Remedy. So
Remedy, okay.
Working with them too was really good, really good.
Wow.
But for all the people in the chat, people watching, if what we said today in regards to finance really resonated with you, if you feel like there's some changes that need to be made or that can be made, feel free to hit me up on Facebook. My name is Akeen Johnson. That's Akeen, as in Nancy. No, right now I know most of them is Akeen with an M, right? But Akeen Johnson with an N. And then if the coalition resonates with you, like I said, you can email us at unityandsurvivalcoalition@gmail.com, or you can just go to the one-stop shop, lemofficial.com. That's the official website. It's a one-stop shop. Everything is there, whether it be trying to listen to some music, whether it be, checking out my book or trying to get some financial help or looking up some scriptures, whatever the case may be, it's right there for you. And I appreciate all the love in the chat. I saw all the fire emojis, and I appreciate it. I'm humble. I love it. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all. So I hope to see you guys again, coming back on the platform. You know what I mean? So
man, you family, and y'all look, just like Delta when we have her on. Look, my guy got on the Truth Be Told Flex podcast shirt, man. Come on, like he represents to the fullest.
I had to. It's fresh and crispy as it used to be because I told y'all when y'all gave it to me, I said I'm gonna wear the mess.
Wear it out.
So
hey, hold on, you can't go yet, Solemn, because I just found it. It was on my other laptop, so I'm finna give you another question before while I look for this here. The smoke that you're going to get from the nation, I know you prepared for it because we can't do nothing without people, you know what I'm saying, always gotten something to say. You know what I'm saying? They always feel like that, that if we don't do something a certain kind of way or something like that, right, it's not right. You and I sent you my set of questions, something, that I was going to ask you. One of the questions that I was going to ask you is about Nadab and Abihu, Aaron's sons, right? They died from strange fire. Explain to us, you know what I'm saying? I think you done already did a miraculous job anyhow. You explained the concept behind it, while we can look at it, but just to make it clear for those who may not know, explain to us how this is not strange fire for those who believe that it still might be, and how you are presenting this towards the Most High.
Con. And for the people who know me, I know we've had multiple discussions here on the podcast, but for people who know me, they know I always I solidify everything with scripture. That's the foundation, right? So I'm gonna go to the scriptures real quick. I'm gonna read a couple of them to you, and then I'm gonna give you my answer to that question. So Matthew 5:14-16, it says, "Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." And then also Matthew chapter 10, verse 16, it says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves."
Come on, man.
And then finally, 1 Corinthians 9:20-23, it says, this is Paul, and he says, "And unto the Jews I became as a Jew, that I might gain the Jews. To them that are under the law as under the law, that I might gain them that are under the law. To them that are without law, as without law, being not without law to Elohim, but under the law to Hamashiach, that I may gain them that are without law. To
Come on now.
Became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I have made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. And this I do for the gospel's sake, that I might be partaker therefore with you. So my answer to that question is I don't look at this as strange fire. I look at this as being a light. I look at this as coming to people and meeting them where they are, right? And I look at this as being as wise as a serpent, but as harmless as a dove. We got to learn how to navigate certain situations. You know, the same delivery isn't gonna always work, right? The same approach isn't gonna always work. When you're a fisher, right? We're taught to be fishers of men. When you go out and fish, I don't know if everybody here has fished before, but the same bait doesn't work on every type of fish.
Right.
So you might have some fish that likes the organic worms. You might have some fish that like the little plastic minnow. You might have some fish that like putting a piece of bread on the hook. And
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Right? And then lastly, the Messiah himself, when he came into the scene, who was he dealing with?
That's right. That's pretty much all he was dealing with.
He went to dealing with the wicked, the sinners.
Come on.
So if I'm a follower of Messiah, right, and he did that, why would I then pivot and only make music to appeal to the people who already
know it.
Come on now.
You can listen to my whole discography. I make tons of music that everybody in the truth can rock with and vibe to and worship to, right? Yeah. But this project and the direction that I'm headed into is a purpose behind it, right? It's a purpose behind it.
I love it too. And I this is something that I've told like Iyob, I've told you are probably one of the unsungs that are in our nation. I don't hear Solemn Prophet name enough.
Right.
And your catalog is super duper huge. Like right now, in the world they be having the verses, I don't know. I can't, it's a few that have a catalog big enough to have a verses with you. But like I say, that's just a few. Your catalog is big, and why Solemn Prophet is not being spoke of no more than what he is, that goes to show you that there is a malfunction within the nation somewhere.
It is, and boy, that's a whole nother. He just gonna say all praise. That's a whole nother topic.
Right.
We're gonna have to get back on and talk about that.
Right.
But yeah, man.
I got it in there too. I was able to get
it. So, man, Solemn Prophet, Akeen Johnson, brother, love you, man.
Love you too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That single is, that's about to be my playlist.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. By the time you finish, we gonna have the whole EP or LP or whatever it is. Or we gonna have it already stacked up. We gonna have. Hey, we gonna have a whole listening party on a Truth Be Told Flex for R&B hook with Solemn Prophet.
Hey, you said it. I'm all
Hey,
man,
my man.
You already got that Bryson Tiller in your inbox.
Yes, sir. Is it there?
Yeah, it's in there.
Is it in there? Yep, I see it. It's there. Hey, is it? It is in there. Y'all see, this is Truth Be Told, and this is what Truth Be Told Flex Podcast is all about too. If Iyob would give me a second to say, we allow people to come on Truth Be Told and to be honest and transparent, and also put it out there before the people, man. Look, when you come to Truth Be Told, you family. You see the man rocking the shirt, go and pull it up for us. Go and pull it. Go and pull it up for him. That's how we do it over here, Truth Be Told. We love you, Solemn. We really do, Akeen. Iyob, Yahu, man, I appreciate you. Hey, we're going to keep this thing rolling, man. Yeah.
About to take it on. Shalom to everybody. We'll be back regular time.
Long.
Night, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central with Shear, Yashub, Judah, Banash, Alahaya, and myself, Iyob, and Yahu, on the regular Truth Be Told Flesh podcast, streaming on Facebook Live, streaming on the Messiah TV, Solemn Prophet. Love you, bro. We about to
yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Hey, look at the backlights of this charger.
Shalom, everybody. Love y'all.
Your itinerary is being recalculated. Your destination is 1.5 miles away.
Come take a ride with us.
Yeah. What you know about top down in the Mustang, going about $150 on the highway, in the fast lane, in the fast lane.
Okay.
What you know about just driving down the interstate, no destination in my way, in the fast lane.
Hey, I'll give him a yes if you ready.
In the fast lane.
Yes. Moving, cruising, trying to stay in my lane. Bye-bye to Mary Jane. Oh, wow, how life changed for the better. Had to change gears cause I kept reversing back to my old ways, looking for the cheddar. I'm still chilling in the hood like an engine, but I'm just planting seeds trying to help the youth have a great beginning. Instead of getting drunk and spinning like some chrome rims, they need help. It's to the point they can't phone friends. Without the peer pressure, up in this dark world, we need high beams, don't get hit like a deer or squirrel. Through Christ we all can make it, just let him take the wheel. You feeling sleepy, don't crash, then go through the windshield. We love the fast lane, but sometimes gotta take it slow. You hear them 12s in the back, your trunk about to blow. My tank full, cause my cup is always overflowing. I master gas in the fast lane, you see me rolling.
Top down in the Mustang, going about $150 on the highway, in the fast lane.
Riding with the team.
In the fast lane. What you know about just driving down the interstate, no destination in my way, in the fast lane. In the fast lane.
Sometimes when I be riding, I just pray to the Father. Grateful to be chasing him instead of chasing the dollar. Cause this world is full of sharks as I be facing piranhas. I'm all about shalom, so I drive away from the drama. My eyes on the road, the Ruach gives a clear view. Leaving all the sin in my past in my rear view. Spreading his word to anybody who will seek help. And since I got the Torah, I don't really need a seatbelt. A student of the word, learning as I read. A servant of a higher, he supplies my every need. On a righteous journey, Messiah navigation. I just put the whip in gear cause I know he my destination. It's liberating to break bread on the road. Everybody sharing scripts, we all part of the fold. Iron sharpening iron, metal grinding, doing 90 on Abba's highway, and in this lane is where you'll find me.
You know I'm about top down in the Mustang, going about $150 on the highway, in the fast lane.
Come take a ride with us.
In the fast lane. What you know about just driving down the interstate, no destination in my way, in the fast lane.
All praises.
In the fast lane.
You have
Yeah. All right.